otherwise, but just recognizing it as a thought or a feeling. And just like passing clouds, these just come, and it's not a reliable thing. We don't have to make any instant decision based on these thoughts and feelings. So having that information, maybe just, time to time checking on your thoughts and feelings as you stay here in this mat making your movements. You can also use your breath as an anchor, which we will just practice in a second. Noticing the breath, the air that enters your nostril, traveling into your body. And then just escaping out of your body into a thin air. The body knows what's necessary and what is not. So it retains what's necessary from that air, and whatever that doesn't serve it, it just expels out. That's just something we can take inspiration from, we can learn from. Only retaining what serves us. Slowly bringing your attention to the contact point between your thighs and your mat. The outside of your thigh, maybe your sits bones, or tracking the entire leg and all the contact points between your legs and the mat. Your knees and your hands. Your skin and your clothing. Things that we never notice most probably, that just escapes our attention. We are going to be very deliberate about deploying our attention to these objects and things and feelings and sensations. The agency that you have on where you want to direct your attention. Knowing that you have this beautiful ability, even in times of crisis, or even in times of not so great things happening around. And with that, slowly we'll open our eyes if you have them closed. Take your time as you blink open. And from here we will take deep breaths, 3 deep breaths. So inhale all the way into your body, expanding your chest and maybe even expanding your belly as the air enters, just imagining yourself like a balloon. And then as you exhale, all that air, all that breath just disappearing into thin air. Notice the movement of your body, the chest, the sides, the ribs, the back, the belly. Inhale and exhale for one more time. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. You can always take one more. And then from here, we will start rolling our shoulders, rolling all the way up towards your earlobes and then taking it back towards your back pocket. If you can imagine, just sliding the shoulders into your back pocket. And as we do this, notice how your breath helps you to go through this rotation. As you exhale, especially, just relaxing those muscles around your shoulder, your upper back. And then now we will switch direction, bringing those shoulders up back to earlobe and then rotating forward. Don't shy away from breathing. You can always use that breath. And from here, we will take both arms up and then twist towards the left. It's a very gentle twist, so it's really mild. So only don't force anything here. We are just beginning, so really nothing to force here. And then take your arms back up as you inhale, and as you exhale, twisting to the other side gently and staying here with a soft gaze. Let's do that one more time on either side. Inhale and exhale as you twist. Inhale to lift your arms up and exhale as you twist back. And come back to the center. So from here we'll get into a deer pose. So my left shin is in the front and my right shin is towards the side. If you are not comfortable sitting this way, you can go back to your regular seated, crisscross. And from here we will take side bend. If you notice some gap between your right sits bone and the mat, that's totally fine. It's okay. It's not going to reach for most of us. And we take a side bend, lifting that right arm up. And as you lift that right arm up, try not collapsing into your left side. So you can use that left hand to lift yourself up, creating a nice side bend. You're welcome to look up towards the ceiling. Although we are here in a side bend, you can also notice any sensation that comes up around your right leg, especially the insides, the inner thighs, the groin. Stay here for one more breath. And then let's take that side bend on the other side. And this side you might notice it's much shorter. And because of the nature of this bend, you might be able to actually extend a lot along the left side of your body. You might also feel a different sensation if you push into or gently press into that left knee, the inside of your left knee. You might feel a little more sensation around your right knee, so that you feel a little more sensation around your right thigh. Now let's bring both hands back to the side. And before we switch to the other side, we bring both the legs in the front, bend the knee, and the feet are like wider than my hip actually. So from here we just shift those knees, let them fall to the right side and then fall towards the left side. So we're going to just stick with this movement. It's very slow, deliberate, intentional. So take your time as you rock from side to side. You might notice you're actually, scooting down as you do this. So you can adjust yourself to just climb back up. Take your hip back up. Next time you come to center, we'll take a deer pose on the other side. So this time my right shin is in the front and my left shin is towards the side. And we'll go for the side bend on the right side. This is the longest bend that you would get. So make the most of it, but at the same time try not collapsing into your right side. So use that right hand to lift yourself up and find the length along the left side of your body. You can look up towards the ceiling. Relax those legs. Relaxing your feet. Sending the breath along the left side of the body. See if you're really pushing hard into your right hand. And see if you can actually relax into that as well. So there's really not much. I mean, I can actually lift my right hand off and still maintain the bend. So that's all the support I'm taking from my right hand. And now let's switch side and bend towards the left side. This is the shortest bend, but you still would reap the benefit of nice bend on the right side. Nice extension. Lateral flexion. Taking a deep breath here. And then as you bring both hands onto the mat, let's once again go for that wide stance with our feet. And this time, as we drop the knee towards the right, we are going to take the left arm towards the back. So the left hand reaches towards the back, and then we'll switch side and send the right hand towards the back. Marry your breath with this movement. So inhale as you come to the center and exhale as you get into the twist. One more time on each side. And let's settle back in the center. We'll come on all fours from here. So you will be on a table, top table, or a quadruped where your wrists are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hips. Now, if you have issues with your wrist or your knee, right, you have to find a way to not stay here for long, so you can always come back if you feel it's too long for you to hold the pose. Or as far as the knee is concerned, you can double up the mat and make it much more padding for your knees. So from here, make sure that you have a long back, a long neck. Your eye gaze is pointed in front of the mat. Your nose is parallel to the mat. So that's how you know that your head, neck, your upper back, and your lower back is all in one long line. And then let's drop the belly, lift the head, coming into a cow. Push the shoulder blades out and drop the head. And tuck your tailbone for a cat. So now marry the breath with this. Inhale for a cow. Opening your throat, letting the chin up. And exhale for a cat, pushing the shoulder blades out. Tucking your tailbone, dropping your head. Let's do this for at least 4 more breath cycles. As you press into those hands, make sure that you're making use of the pinky finger, the thumb, the index finger, the ring finger, every finger to help you press into the mat. It's not just your wrist, it's your palm, it's your finger, your fingertip, everything just clawing into the mat, giving you that stability. And the next time, meet me in a table pose. And from here, we will take a slide back bend by lifting the right knee off the mat and sending the right foot up towards the sky. Again, here we are assuming a cow-like pose, a tiger. And then bring the knee towards your nose, pushing your shoulder blades away. So let's keep going with this movement. Be mindful of your lower back. You might want to hug your belly or zip your belly. Get some strength from the core as you get into this movement. And if this is getting too much on your knee, you can go back to a child pose and come back into a table and continue to do a cat and a cow. Let's switch side, the other side, lifting the knee off the mat, sending that foot back up towards the ceiling, and draw the knee towards your nose. Inhale, feet up, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, feet goes up, and exhale, your knee to nose. One more time this side. Inhale, and exhale. Bring your knees mat distance apart, your toes come together, and your head reaches for the heel, coming into a child pose. You can walk your hands, reach for the top of the mat, lift those elbows away from the mat to assume an active child pose. Your forehead kissing the mat, stay here for at least 5 breaths. Send that breath along the back side of your body. Just imagining it just moving across and away from your neck, through your spine, into your lower back. Remember to breathe. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck. If you have your elbows away from the mat, now is the time to relax it and bring it closer to the mat. Just taking a passive child pose. One more breath here. And slowly coming out of the child pose back into a table. And this time let's draw that right foot and place it between the hands. So your hands are framing the right foot. And once again, you find any vibration with your back knee, you can double up the mat. And from here, let's lift up into a half lunge, taking your arms all the way to the sky. And then we will do a twist towards the right side. You can challenge yourself by lifting that back knee off the mat. So you might want to tuck your back foot first. The toes first before you lift up your knees off the mat. And you can also adjust in such a way that the feet are, like a train track and not like a tightrope. Once again, taking both arms up. We are in a full lunge here. Inhale. And let's bring both hands back to the mat to drop the knee if you have it.